What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I'm kind of pissed off at the moment. I'm pissed off, and I have to say, some of y'all don't remember shit. Now, I'm 60 years old. I'm getting old and dementia, and my memory is gone. I can't remember where I put my keys sometimes or my wallet, and I'll have a panic attack when I can't find them. Maybe I left it in the grocery store and shit like that. That's supposed to happen to me. But I don't think you guys remember how putrid some of this shit is. So when I hear people say, oh, well, we should just let George Pickens go and get a comp pick, we might get a fourth or maybe even a third for him. Or he's going to be too expensive. If I hear another mother humper talk about a guy is too expensive, because you know what? And then we hear, well, the Cowboys, of course, Dan Graziano, has come through and said, well, the Cowboys might franchise tag George Pickens. No shit that they might franchise tag him, which would be stupid, because here's what you have to look at as a Cowboy fan, or even if you're Jerry Jones. Jerry, no disrespect, you're 83 years old. 83. My father-in-law was 87. My dad was 86 when they both passed. Now, they didn't have your money, so maybe you can buy yourself some more time with some better health or better liquor or whatever. But you got to realize you got a hell of a lot of road behind you and not as much in front of you. And taking a quarterback like Dak Prescott, you don't want to look and say, well, we can just get rid of Dak in 2 years and we can start over. Bro, when you look at Kenny Clark, when you look at Quentin Williams and Logan Wilson and Dak Prescott, and Javonte Williams, you ain't got that many more years before they start getting old and having to be replaced. You've rebuilt an offensive line, although I think you need at least one more tackle. But you found somebody who, when he makes big plays, CeeDee Lamb is happy. His quarterback is happy. Everybody's happy. And I don't think you guys understand the gravity of what George Pickens is doing. As we sit here today, in 9 freaking games, George Pickens has 764 yards, a 15.6 yard average on 45 receptions, and 6 TDs. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth right now? Amari Cooper's last season here, for the whole season, was 861 with 8 TDs. George Pickens stays healthy, will blow that out of the water. And to give you how putrid, I got on CFO Sports tonight. Shout out to Boss Cowboy and DMV and CFO Sports and who am I forgetting? Oh, Rome. It was great being in there, talking and everything else. And the biggest point I wanted to make to people is, you cannot F this up. You cannot F this up. Because even when Amari Cooper was here that last year, you had him checking out of the game and problems and this, that, and the other. And I'm tired of hearing people talk about, well, we can't afford it. We can't afford not to pay him. I want you to understand, after we got rid of Cedric Wilson and Amari Cooper, this is what we had for our quarterback to throw to. We had CeeDee Lamb, who had 1,359 yards, which was great. Our number 2 wide receiver was Noah Brown at 555 yards. We paid Michael Gallup an extension that year and got 424 yards. We had T.Y. Hilton, who did 3rd and 30, did catch that pass against the Eagles, which was great. But he only had 121 yards that season. Yeah. A quarter of his yardage came on one play. We had Kayvon Turpin, who had 1 reception for 2 yards on 2 targets. We had Semi Fioco, who had 4 targets, got 3 catches for 23 yards. We had that real tall guy, Dennis Houston. Remember Dennis Houston? People were talking about him with that one-handed catch in the end zone in training camp. Oh, we got Odell Beckham Jr. Oh, no. Dennis Houston had 2 catches for 16 yards. And we had James Washington, the unicorn, who had 1 target. People, that's chopped liver. And we sit here today, right now. I want you to tell you, when you say we can't afford to pay George Pickens, you do realize that we're spending over $13 million in dead money for Michael Gallup and Brandon Cooks. See that? Remember, I do not want to hear. Well, hey, we got ourselves a 4th round comp pick, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use that to trade for Jonathan Mingo, who can't get on the field. When we got rid of Amari Cooper, no disrespect to Jalen Tolbert, but Jalen Tolbert. You remember when? Jerry, the salesman. Hey, don't worry about Amari Cooper. We got Jalen Tolbert, and then we got the Ryan Fenoy. I can't wait till Ryan Fenoy gets that first catch, because see what we have here, is a failure to communicate. We had CeeDee Lamb and a group of guys. Kind of like the 11 guys on defense. A bunch of no-names, guys that we're told had potential, young guys, and that Dak was going to make them all great. People, we don't have time to draft. Because, see, this is the problem. Here's the problem with the Cowboys is we let talent go, and instead of being able to replace them with better talent, our talent level goes down. That's been our problem all along. We let go of Amari Cooper, who was a good wide receiver, and then we say, hey, we got Noah Brown. And we've been trying to replace that production for 3 seasons, and we finally do. And now people are saying, oh, well, let's break that up. No, we can't have that. Are you stupid? Are you stupid? People, that might be the move that finally puts me over, just pushes me over the edge. You cannot F that up. I can't believe that this is a thing that people are talking about now. If the Cowboys don't do that, then there's no time to continually rebuild. You got Dak, who's playing at an elite level. He's not in a position like Jalen Hurts, who has a great team around him that they can score 10 points and be okay. We got to score 10 points a quarter to win games. Don't do this to me, Cowboys. Don't do it. I will literally go off. I'll go medieval on their ass.